The picture? The picture?
And she comes with
I want to shake these doctors' hands because they're not doctors, they're artists.
Everyone's looking cute.
It's a couple of them.
Everybody's looking cute. What if I just started doing YouTube videos about producers of podcasts? Just working with all of you fuckers. I've worked with all of you.
That's so funny.
I'm just like, oh, do you want to know the real story? You want to know why that one came out then and that one didn't come out? Hi guys, welcome to Anniewood episode 113. 113, baby. Oh my goodness. And happy New Year to you guys. Happy 2025. What an exciting time to be alive. So much good stuff ahead. I decided to bong rip in the new year with my buddy Josh Potter during this episode. So I didn't really get to say what my goal is, but my goal for this year, my New Year's resolution, is to make as much cool stuff as possible and to be able to wear low-waisted jeans. Okay, 41 low-waisted jeans. It's a tall tale, but we're gonna figure it out and we're gonna get it done. And check out our Patreon. We have a lot of extras on this one because there were some things that we couldn't show. So hear us talk the extra dirt on the Patreon at patreon.com/Annie Lederman. We've got a bunch of other extras on there and some lives for you and good stuff. So join the club, join the crew. Also, I am on the road. This year I will be doing my special. I will be doing a fantastic special and I can't wait for you to see that. Please come see me live. I love nothing more than performing for you, meeting you guys afterwards. It is an absolute joy. You can see me this very weekend in Greenville, South Carolina at the Comedy Zone. That's Friday and Saturday. Then I'll be in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm coming back, baby. Bring your fake teeth. Greensboro, North Carolina, had so much fun there. January 31st and February 1st, Josh will be coming with me on that one. So that's going to be extra special. Then I'm going to be in March. I'm going to be in Alaska on the 14th. I'm going to be one night only, March 27th at Helium Comedy Club. And then the 28th and 29th, I'll be at the Comedy Bar in Toronto. Then I believe I'm filming my special April 4th through 6th at La Jolla Comedy Store. So get your tickets to that. It's going to be explosive. I would love for you guys to be there. I want only my best and greatest stannies and insannies there. Then you can see me at the end of April in Kansas City, Missouri. In May, I'll be back in Florida, and you can check me out there. I have a lot more dates being added, so grab your tickets now. AnnieLetterman.com/shows. Enjoy this episode.
Welcome to Anniewood.
Todd, you got to take UCB. I'm getting Todd for the new year. I'm getting Todd UCB classes.
Why?
What?
Why? So he can do
so he can
improv
play
better?
Fun games.
No, he just can't
yes
sanction some of your buffoonery. That's all.
Don't put buffoonery on me because this is going to be the year of the buffoonery. So you better get ready.
All right.
The buffoonery started a little bit in 2024. Mm-hmm. We started doing some whipped cream in people's faces. We slapped some people with fish. The buffoonery is
your Annie circus that you do on the.
Oh, it's just going to happen. It's just new.
That Skankfest show was insane.
It was so crazy.
Are we going?
Yes. Okay. Hi, guys. But can't we start with a little chit chat ever?
Cold open. People don't know.
I like cold opens. They're cute, right?
But do your thing. Hurry up because you'll
You're
never do it.
You're in broadcasting, though. Tell me.
Welcome to Anniewood, folks. This is Annie Lederman. She's the host of it. Go like and subscribe. Check her out on the road, AnnieLetterman.com. We're going to be in Greensboro together at the end of the month.
Oh, we are at the end of the month. Come see us.
And other than that, the dates are at the bottom. Todd's going to put them in. Your guest today is me, Josh Potter.
Do you say your actual dates or do you just...
I know my dates by heart when I say them.
Really?
There's not ever many to... It's not like I'm rattling off
I was on Sickler's podcast and I was like reading all my dates and he was like, you're in like the end of 2025. I was like, because sometimes you book them ahead. So then I see the list and it looks like these are the next few months, but it's spread out.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that one's in like 2026.
I do have a date for October 31st of 2025. Spooky. I'm going to be on the Headbangers cruise, the Lamb of God cruise with all
that's fun.
Me and Saul Trujillo
are going to be on in on that.
It's going to be sick, dude.
I did a bad thing though.
What's that?
Remember?
Oh, I don't think they remember that.
You can't talk about it. I promised him I wouldn't. He actually asked me not to talk about it.
Oh, really? That. I don't even know what it is. I actually don't know what it is now.
Yeah, actually it was actually so
I just thought you just thought he was a different band or something.
No, it was worse. It was way worse, but I stand by I was not wrong.
I gotta stop wearing hoodies.
Why?
I feel fat. Every time I'm on a podcast, I sit in these fucking chairs you people
Wait,
have. Get a desk.
Are you, maybe we will. Why don't, I want you to come like radiofy my Anniewood. Tell me what to do my segment.
I need a desk. I need cans. This is also loosey-goosey. We're in chairs.
Okay, so we need cans.
Everyone's podcast is like this, and this is not my comfort zone.
If I had a nickel for every time a guy looked at me and said, "You need cans," I would be fucking rich.
This is not my comfort zone, though. The loungy. I want a desk.
You want your own desk?
I want a clock. I want an atomic clock.
You want your own desk? Should I get like those little chairs?
That's funny. That would be
actually
so demeaning.
Two of those, that's good, but it hurts.
That would be so demeaning if you put me in a
I would
desk
have,
alone.
Not you. There's a couple of my friends where it would be a little awkward when they stood up and the desk went with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like it doesn't have to be a school desk where it's connected like. But
I was
50s.
saying that'd be funny. Well, that
would be so funny.
My original idea for Todd for Anniewood was because I was asking people if he should be on or not, like should he be my co-host or not? And I was like, all right, well, what if he's my co-host, but we just make his chair like worse each time? I wanted to have him on one of those where you have to like do the bike.
She loves a gag.
You're a stunt guy, and I heard.
I am.
I heard from you not but 1 week ago that you're leaning into your stunt.
It's not that I'm leaning into it. I've stopped fighting it. It's what it is.
Everything good is downstream, and downstream for you, my friend, is
everything.
A dunk tank.
I mean, nobody's like
There's a shiny dunk tank always waiting for you.
It's just true, and it's like I can fight it all I want. It's getting me nowhere. The things people know me for are not my prowess on a microphone. It's like something. Remember the time you fell in a moat and like
the moat is just the problem is you had a moment of your life, this slice of life that was funnier than any joke any of us will ever write.
Yeah.
And you're
for only 2 people that saw it. I feel bonded with Allie Makovsky for life.
Thousands of people that you've told the story to.
Well, the story is an audible, like an orator sort of thing, but like the moment in time is Allie Makovsky and I are the only people that actually were there.
That wasn't the funniest part.
What do you mean?
When it actually happened.
No, you're right.
I think the funniest part was when a beat was taken. And you got to eagle eye view. Wow, this is pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, once we started talking about it on her pod, it was.
But that's like a YM. That's like a YM embarrassing moment, like when your dog brings your tampon in front. It's like,
yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to do another one of those, God willing. I don't want to do.
No. But you just. It's like. I like to do fun. I'm a stunt girl, so I don't know. I always want you to be more stunt boy.
No, I mean, it's fun to do and all that podcast stuff. They love the stunts, the tit cups, the Robert Paul Champagne wasn't really a stunt man. It was just an interview in a harrowing situation, potentially. Yeah. It turned out to be sweet. But yeah, I mean, Dr. Drew thought I was a fucking experiment, basically, which was great.
He sees all of us as experiments.
I love that. No, I mean, that's great.
We're his sea monkeys. He's just like watching us.
He performed a procedure on me on the set of Dr. Drew After Dark that one time. No.
Yeah, no, Dr. Drew he's looking at us going, what can I do?
Josh, what can I do for you? Like
I love when he picks up. It's so great.
I haven't had to call him in a minute, thankfully.
Should we see if he picks up?
Oh my God.
Where's my phone?
Yeah. You call him.
What time is it? Okay, so it's 9 p.m. our time, so it's midnight.
You think he's on the East Coast?
If he's on the East Coast.
No, he does like a live stream every day. He's here.
This is actually a good one. This is real. Should I tell him I'm on the podcast first?
Yeah, tell him we're on a podcast. That's why we thought of him.
Annie.
Oh my God, I love you. I can't believe you picked up.
Here I am. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. I just want to say that, like, if the young me that listened to Loveline knew that I could just call you and you pick up, but also you're my friend. I don't want to fangirl too much so it doesn't get weird. But I'm on my podcast with Josh Potter.
Okay.
He has nothing wrong with him. So I was like, there's got to be something.
No, there's wrong things. I just didn't have
No, Josh, have some self-esteem. You're perfect.
Thank you.
He has no ailments.
It's funny. I was thinking about both of you guys recently. Weirdly.
Well, were you worried about us?
No, I was thinking I need to see you guys on a podcast, right? I haven't seen Josh in forever.
We should, yeah. Should we thruple podcast?
I'd love that.
Yeah.
A throw host? Is that what it's called? 1, 3 people? Anyway. All right. So my question, I came up with a question last minute, but it's actually pretty good. So I got off Ozempic because your wife told me that the ghost of her 70-year-old friend was haunting her in her dreams and saying that I was going to die from Ozempic. So I got off of it. Maybe is that correct?
Well, yeah, we did have a friend die of an Ozempic death, yeah.
And then, but she said he was haunting her and telling her that I specifically had to get off it.
It could be. I mean, I knew it bothered her that you were on it, so good.
Okay, so I already know what your question's gonna be because I got off it. Everything was great. Holidays were a little rough. Are you able to?
What?
Holidays were a little rough for the eating. I went back to some old habits. I have an Asian mother-in-law, so there was a lot of noodles. But all right. So can I just pop back on and off of Ozempic? Can I microdose it?
People are doing things like that. I don't know how to answer that, though, to tell you the truth.
Well, the truth is that you told me not to do it anyway. So you're probably going to tell me not to do it.
What I don't like is people live for long periods of time. If it's help work, look, it's like this makes me crazy that I'm glad you asked me this question because people want a medication to be all good or all bad, or they want the itself to be bad. Look, medicines are all dangerous. Tylenol is dangerous if you take too much of it. But
the vaccines are all good. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
But listen, opiates or OxyContin
is weed good for ADD? I've been dabbling back in.
I'm starting to think you need something for ADD. I'm trying to finish what I was saying.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for your time. Doctor.
The point is that even a drug that has caused destruction like OxyContin can also be very good for people with like cancer pain. So this thing is all good and all bad.
Yeah,
I thought it was OxyContin.
Everything good in small amounts. That's what I say.
I know, I miss you too. Okay, so anything's good in different doses.
I think weed for ADD is what you need. But listen, weed, people with ADD do tend to like weed, but it is not a treatment for ADD.
No, of course.
Okay.
How do you think I feel? She forgot I was over here for the last 10 minutes.
Josh, pipe up, Josh.
Forget about you.
Pop a lump we got to pop open or something. What's wrong with you?
But here's the thing. It helped you and it was a good thing for you. Great. And now you got off. Good. No bad side effects. Okay. Fantastic. If you need to get back on a little bit, it's probably okay, but it's not designed to be jumping on.
You're right. Yes. Okay. And then tell me if your friend that passed away visits Susan in her sleep tonight, and then I'll know for sure. It is why I got off of it. She did kind of freak me out.
I've seen some deaths. I've seen.
I know, but the ghost
science doesn't do it. It's ghost stuff.
Well, I honestly, because I'm not really like that. But after like the third time someone says, "They're like, maybe this guy did tap." I feel like he was dancing in a video. He danced back into your guys' lives just to save me.
Yes, that's why.
But anyway, sorry about your friend. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. But anyway, I love you, and the fact that you answered is amazing.
Well, everybody good.
Everyone's good. Oh wait, I have one more question about the Ozempic. What if it's expired? What happens?
I can't tell you. Have you taken expired Ozempic? Is that what you're?
No, it's there. It's available. The expired is within reach.
Just know that the expiration dates on pharmaceuticals generally are sort of excessively cautious.
They're early.
Though I can't tell you to take things that are expired. The reality is that they're sort of excessively cautious generally.
Okay, well, this was the best answer I could have been given.
Imagine
you saved me $300, Doc.
Oh, God. Josh, everything good with you?
Everything's just peachy. I'd love to see you soon. And
Josh forgot
Happy New Year.
If you're talking less with Dr. Drew, it's good. That means you're doing good. The person he's talking to is the one that's in trouble. I used to get jealous. When he was talking to other people, and then I realized, sorry.
You can invite me to Tim Dillon's party again this summer?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, you'll be there. No, that was so fun. I know. Okay, well, love you. We'll see you soon. Right. We'll podcast together. Bye. We'll throdcast. Did he blow a kiss at the end?
No, I think he hung up.
Did I just hear a kiss? Play it back, Todd, in the edit. I think there was a kiss at the end. See you soon. Right. We'll podcast together. Bye.
What a funny
Isn't
conclusion
that
to jump
so
to.
funny that Susan told me that? And it's not, it was more like she kept sending me stuff and I was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore, but it's always good to err on the caution. But he did say the expiration dates are a little bit tight.
Jeez, Randy.
Josh, let him love you. This is you with women. That's why you don't have a girlfriend.
That's not true. Well,
because
maybe that's
if they
true.
like you and hug you, you hate them. You're like, this dumb bitch touched me. It was so annoying.
No, I mean, there is a element to that. You're right.
You're like, this girl should like cuddled under my chest. It's like, bitch, get off me.
No, I don't do that. No, I do though. You're right. When a girl is overly likes me, I go, what the hell's wrong with this girl?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I hate me so much that I go,
Should
they
we
like
call
me.
Dr. Drew back?
Now.
Wait, also, me finding out Dr. Drew was not a therapist way past the times I'd asked him like emotional questions.
Yeah, I was going to say he doesn't help with emotional stuff.
He's not helped with anything. I love him to death.
He got you off the Ozempic.
He goes, yes or no. His wife's ghost got me off Ozempic. No, but it's not because of him. It's because I was just, I follow my own arrow. I ask a lot of advice and then I don't choose it. Todd knows
follow
that.
my own arrow.
Wait, Josh. So what is your dream girl? I was thinking about
I actually was going to ask him. I was going to ask him whose dream celebrity girl.
Oh my God.
And that's a celebrity, but I want to ask two different things. So what Todd's asking, and then I want to ask, who's your celebrity crush, like the actor? And you have to guess about a personality too, because it can't just be looks.
Of course.
And then I want you to pick your favorite character.
Well,
And
actresses
then-
all have a certain...
What, Todd?
I was going to say, and then should we go on like AI and AI generate Josh's most perfect
make his
woman?
perfect
Oh, you were
woman
saying you're going to
afterwards?
design...
Well,
I don't want to
wasn't saying
design
that. I
a
wasn't saying
woman.
that.
Yeah, I don't want to... She's just a
No, because that doesn't make not like
picture.
that. But you're
No.
But what if she's awesome?
The
And-
picture?
wait,
The
wait,
picture?
wait, wait. And she comes with
Oh.
things are going Joshy.
Autoblow did sponsor my pod for a moment.
Oh God, I love an auto blow sponsor.
No, I mean, so actresses though are all kind of like have a similar quality, I would say.
That you like or don't like?
That I am a little
The personality.
frightened of, yeah.
The lies.
Well, some of them I don't think and it helps them be wonderful at their jobs. I don't think they know up from down a little bit.
I think the opposite.
In terms
I
of
think
reality,
I
like
think
who
they're
they are. Well,
I
yeah,
think
that's
they're
the thing. They can be,
calculated. Yeah, so they don't know who they truly are.
well,
'cause
they
they're
can
so
also
calculated.
be whatever they want to be. So it's like, the hell's going on?
I'm trying to think if I dated an actor ever. I was always grossed out. There was a guy that was flirting with me once, and I saw him drunk at a party acting like an act. Like I realized he was like an actor. Like he was doing almost like
A monologue.
a game or something, like in a crowd of people. And I was like, I will never, ever, 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 ever.
I mean,
go
so
on
if
a
I
date
had to
with
pick
you.
a celebrity, I don't know.
Are you scared? Because we do meet them sometimes. The thing is, we're at a level where we do meet the people sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's so funny. Paige, I mean, this isn't funny. Paige DeSorbo just like announced that she's like divorcing or separate. I don't even know if they were married or whatever, but she's like breaking up with her boyfriend or whatever, her husband or
Who is
what have
she?
you. She's Hannah Berner's
Oh,
co-host.
Paige, yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, yes.
And a part of me like had a moment of like excitement as if
Oh my God, Josh, wait, this is relatable. There's
as
a lot
if
of
I
people
had
that feel the same
any
way.
sort of like, Hannah Berner barely knows who I am, let alone Paige DeSorbo.
Oh, I texted with her the other day.
But my point is, I'm just
sucks.
saying, my point is like, if Paige DeSorbo and I are in a room together,
I
she
know
wouldn't even
Hannah
like,
so well, I
she'd
didn't
look
know
at me like I
Paige's
was
last
a
name.
gross chair or something.
What's that?
I said, if Paige DeSorbo was in the same room as me, she wouldn't even like, she would like look through me like I was a
But
chair.
what if not? What if we had
I don't have enough money.
She's coming from money. That is true, actually.
Yeah, I don't.
Can't go. You're not going to go like
And not
I
to
was
say-
with a rich guy, and now I'm going to go with a
Well,
not
and
rich
not
guy.
even
Once
to
you have a rich
say
life,
that she's like that. But I mean, I just can't run in that circle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a matter of the person being like shallow or any of that. It's just like they operate on a different level, and you can't pretend to compete with. You know what I'm saying?
right. Well, you push them away on purpose to like
No, I don't know what it is.
But how you push them away? You're mean to them? Stop talking to them?
No.
Or you
I try to do it
much?
gracefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. Try to do it as easy as I can. I figure they'll just get sick of me.
Oh.
What? So I just show a little too much truth too fast. You know what I'm saying? In terms of.
So you can get rid of them faster, and then your true feelings.
I just don't try as hard.
Your limiting beliefs are true.
That's exactly right. No, it is.
So
all,
you're like,
I'll
just create. I think it's like I heard this thing about like it's like a ceiling and a floor. So it's like you have your ceiling of how good things can get, and then you have your floor. So these are where your beliefs are. So you're like, oh, I can get the girl for like a second.
Yeah.
But then I'm not going to be able to have her past like.
No, she'll figure out that this is all a ruse.
So I'll trash it before, or I'll do something so it's kind of my fault.
Right.
So yeah.
And it's not that, and I don't do anything to make a ruse. I'm saying whatever idyllic sort of image of me that they've portrayed in their own minds will come crashing down at some point.
Yeah. I know, it's all very confusing because you cannot understand what they're thinking. But if you think that, then you're never gonna.
Well, sure, exactly.
And then you act up, and
yeah, you do. Yeah, act up. And here we are.
On
New Year's Day.
I just talked to a girl today who was dumped on Christmas.
Oh my God, so that's heinous.
Isn't that so crazy?
Wait 2 weeks.
He did mushrooms though.
It doesn't matter. You know,
it is crazy. It's like just hold it in Randy, for a couple days.
I love you, but I want to talk to Annie.
But the holidays are so long. Randy, come here. But the holidays are so long. Like you got to do it. You got to do it like between.
That's the thing.
Halloween.
No, but how long were they together? You suffered however long.
Yeah.
You can't wait 2 weeks before like now she has to have a fucking core memory every Christmas.
But that's what I think. I'm like, is it a narcissistic? Because I got dumped on Christmas once, and I was like, it seems narcissistic. Because then later, Todd reminded me of this. Later, that guy, he dumped me on Christmas, and then like a year later, Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind came out, and he was like, we still kind of talked a little bit, and but we weren't dating. I was like, I like loved him, was sad we broke up, and he knew it. He was like, you should go see this movie. And I remember going to see Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and he goes, I'm like, he knows that he's the one that broke my heart. And then I'll think of him. So then I was like, oh, he breaks up with me on like a holiday. He does this. He's like, he's trying to become
that's up to do.
Is that crazy?
It is crazy to break up with someone on Christmas so that they just, because it's like it's
going to take many Christmases for her to get over. I'm sure this
mushroom guy acted as if like, he's like, you know, I can't look past my truth in this moment, and I just want to be transparent. And he's making it seem like he's being benevolent by doing it immediately. And like, it's like, you can just wait till like January. But also like January 6th. Sorry.
Now that day we need new core memories. I think actually everybody should wait till January 6th to break up. That's good. That's a great core day memory. To make it. Because it is already an annoying day. You're like,
it's an annoying day. Everyone's annoyed about it.
It's such an annoying day. You're like, are they getting pardoned? You're like, what the fuck?
It's just like, we have to remember this. It was
it's just a lame thing.
It's so gay on every side. It's
so
like
gross.
And so
it's
break up
on the side of people that went into the. I mean, I think everyone came out. That's insane to go into the.
I think it's all very gay.
It's gay of zip ties. What's gayer than a zip tie? That's gay.
And then to be like, it's the most black eye of our country that these people did this, and it's like, we had slaves. I mean, let's pump the brakes. It was like a fucking little circus that happened there. And sure, someone died or whatever. Sorry to them. But like, it wasn't like.
It wasn't just one person. It was one woman got trampled, right?
I think one of the security guards got shot or something too. That's the thing. I don't fucking even know which ones died. 2 people, 1 people.
They used to do shit.
They don't even talk about that, but they talk more about the sanctity of our democracy being besmirched by this. It's like, oh God, it was a bunch of yoo-hoos in fucking costumes and MAGA hats breaking shit and jumping in like it was a fucking Guns N' Roses concert. Let's relax.
Did you ever watch the...
if you make COVID happen again, I swear to God, January 6th will look like a fucking daycare center.
Yeah. Wow. At Oklahoma City bombing. In the Oklahoma City building.
The Oklahoma City. That's good. I forgot about that.
Oh, you guys, you know I'm on a weight loss journey. You know that I tried all the stuff. I did all the stuff. I had a great deal of success this year, and I have a lot to owe to my hero bread. I am a size 0 from Hero. That's not true. I'm not a size 0, but I love Hero bread. They brought bread back into my life. I can have tortillas. Todd makes me snack wraps. It's just like Burger King. I'm so lucky. Sometimes he dyes the buns purple so I can fit in with the Wicked theme at Burger King. But it's been absolutely amazing to be able to guilt-free eat carbs because Hero Bread is the easy way to save on calories with ultra-low net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and tons of fiber. So you'll poop that baby right out. And it's also really, really, really good. You don't taste that it's good for you in any way. It is a true miracle. It should be called Miracle Bread. You can make tacos with the tortillas. They just have cheddar biscuits. They have hamburger rolls, bagels with only 4 grams net carbs. I mean, this is where it's at, guys. Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code Annie at checkout. That's Annie at HERO.co. Happy New Year's, baby. Guys, I think, you know, on the new year, we usually like get rid of bad habits. I want to start a bad habit.
Oh, you're on your way.
And I think I'm being funny. I think I'm being real silly, funny, loose.
I like it.
I feel better. I will say this is what I like to do. I like to start and stop habits.
It's been 2 years since I had a Xanax.
Well, Xanax. Just throw that out there.
It's been 2 years. I should have said that to Dr.
How do you
Drew.
feel?
I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, man, it's because I kind of quit around.
Why did you quit?
This time?
Because you just were like felt
starting
dependent
to
on
date somebody, and I was like, I want to be like present, whatever.
So I could f this up. I want to be here with her where I could sabotage my own future.
I thought I was just bettering myself for this person. I didn't do it for myself.
You got to do that in between girlfriends.
I know, but it was a catalyst to be like, hey, I got to get off this Xanax shit. So
girls can sniff that. Oh, he's a week into getting better on you.
I guess that's true. But I kept up with it. I was like, I don't want to go back. So
have you ever done the move where you go to a girl like, I really need like help getting dressed, like, or like getting clothes and stuff?
No, I'm not. I don't want to do that.
It always works.
No, I don't like that. That seems a little invasive.
And then they're staring at you the whole time too.
I also just feel, I don't know what the
fake.
word is.
You gotta
like,
play a little game.
What's like a child almost in that case? Like,
I know. It's just, here's what I think of too. It's like, there's just something in the beginning when you're dating someone where a little gameplay needs to be played just to get through the ick at any moment phase.
Yeah, but the older you get, it's just exhausting. The prospect of having to do all this horse and buggy bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. And then everybody gets older and they get over it.
Or dog and pony show or whatever it is, the saying.
I can't even believe
I'm just lazy about it now. You know, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't know. If she doesn't walk into the front door of the Comedy Store, I'm never going to meet her.
Or the back door.
Or the back door, yeah. One of the doors.
For new door guys.
Any of the doors.
Okay, so your celebrity crush is Paige.
That's a big one. Or I will say
that's reality celebrity
for
crush.
a long time, Allison Brie was a big crush.
And where was the first Allison Brie falling in love?
Mad Men, when she was on Mad Men.
Really? Okay.
In her character, I don't think she's like that at all. I think she's...
Ooh, like a little trad wife?
She was like more than a trad wife. She was like...
Maybe you just need a fucking
like
trad wife.
No, she was a girl who was like, Peter, you need to get your fucking head out of your ass, kind of thing. Like,
but you want someone that's like
whipped them into shape.
Oh, okay. You have to get. Here's the thing. This is the year for us to get rich.
Hype woman, sort of.
Rich is what's up.
I don't really. That's not what I crave. I don't need a hype woman. I'm a good hype man.
What about a hype they?
Hey, there's some days out there.
Would you date? Yeah, no. Listen, the days are still.
They're starting to get. I want to shake these. I want to shake these doctors' hands because they are really. They're not doctors. They're artists.
Everyone's looking cute.
It's a couple of them.
Everybody's looking cute.
It's almost like finding a mole in a weird place. You're like, I don't care about this.
Listen,
penis.
Can I just say that my point has been recently, it's like trans is just like, it's just in transition. Like trans is just in transition. It's just like, we have like, it's getting better. Everyone's starting to like look better.
It's just a woman with a penis sometimes. I go, if you never would have told me that was a dude, I would never. And plus, I'm not exactly operating in 4K over here, so it's like,
oh my God.
you know, I mean, they're making them good. That's all I'm saying.
You're like a perfect candidate.
And I'm like, if this person is super hot, and I think, look at that hot girl
likes
over there,
football,
and then all of a sudden we're making out, and
you're playing video games, she's winning.
Well, I mean,
you're
all
like,
that.
whoa.
Not even all the tropes. Like, I don't really want to even like that kind of stuff.
Obviously.
But I'm saying if we're
no,
hooking
but
up,
I don't even think that. I'm joking.
If we're hooking up and I go like there and I go, oh, it's almost like I said, it's like a scar or something at that point. You know what I mean? It's like, this person's so hot.
Listen,
Feminine wise. I go, do I care about this
understand.
like piece of?
I understand.
Like it's like an extra nose.
Look,
or something.
the only girl I ever hooked up with straight looked like a boy.
Right.
She like tricked me. I'm like, if she got more masculine, that probably would have worked even more.
That's exactly right. Like I don't
like she just wasn't like masculine enough where I was like, this is a girl. Like she was like tricking me a little bit, and I was like, you're a girl, bitch.
Yeah, like I mean, this guy on your wall here, the 6-pack abs and all this shit. If that was that's a dude. I'm not like getting a boner for that.
Top surgery.
But if it was like a fucking like girl that you see on top of a car, usually in a magazine, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you have a tiny penis. Does that matter to me? I don't know. I've never been faced with that kind of.
Got a little extra windshield wiper up there.
If you told me Allison Brie had a tiny penis, would I be dissuaded?
Wait. What if she had a huge penis?
I mean, again, I don't know. I've never been presented with such a situation, but would it turn me away, or would I just go, this is a hot girl has a penis?
I have a question. What if I feel like I am a trans? Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh, she's doing you got to do the meme where it's like Beautiful Mind, and all of a sudden with the
No, it's a trans equation I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. This is algebra, baby. Okay, we're moving letters around. All right. What if I'm actually trans, a trans man that transitioned into trans man in a woman's body,
so
trans
funny.
man and a trans woman.
So you were a guy. And now you're
what
a
if
girl?
I was trans, but I didn't have, but like I actually had.
I bet there's a few Reddit threads that say.
But can't
I
just say that I am that? Oh yeah, no. On my Wikipedia, it said I was trans for a while. I liked it. I left it.
That's so funny. I mean,
I like when people f with my Wikipedia. It's so funny. The other part of my Wikipedia is like very intense. I'm like, oh, it's dark. They know a lot of. They listen to my Mark Maron
episode.
What's that?
It just recites it.
That's the only thing they listen to. Wait, what was I going to say about? Oh, right. Oh, I told you the Rent Sickly thing, where he was like, "You're doing your dates for 2016
or
2026." I'm like, whatever.
I mean, granted, at the moment, I don't have any. I'm waiting to get those all hammered down, but when I do, I know at least the next 3 by heart.
Well, I just say them all in case someone watching's from that town. They go, "Oh my God, Boston," and they like.
Sure, and then I say at the end. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I know when my dates are. I never have to like pull up my website,
guys,
please.
This is for you and the audience at home. I want you to write down in the comments: is it more boring for us to read out our entire?
Well, I mean, the shorter the better.
Dates, or have a discussion about whether it's boring or not.
That's
you
funny.
answer below which
That's
is
funny.
more boring. Okay.
And I tell them, I go, put the fucking list up on the screen. Who cares? You know,
who's they?
The producers.
Oh my God. Guys, do you want to hear about producer talk? Actually, I could, if I wanted to. What if I just started doing YouTube videos about producers of podcasts? Just working with all of you fuckers. I've worked with all of you.
That's so funny.
I'm just like, oh, do you want to know the real story? You want to know why that one came out then and that one didn't come out? Did you see this edit?
Oh, that's so funny.
You know what I asked for on this episode and never got?
Just doing a podcast about producers.
Yeah, I do one about Nadav. I'm like, oh, I heard the laugh was fake.
You do research
yeah.
on all the other ones too.
I'm like, do you know what school he went to? Yeah, me neither, because he didn't go to college. Oh, God, it's good. Those guys have it made, dude. The people that just do it's such a better, easier job than what we do.
I don't find that to be true.
100%. Well, I guess our jobs are the best, but
I don't want to be doing that.
But what if, okay, some of these guys are getting numbers. So all they do is they go, who's the most popular comic on YouTube? We're watching a thing about YouTube. Who's the most popular comic on YouTube? And then they just do a video about them because they're stand-up.
That's great for them. Good job.
They don't have to write jokes. They just go like,
Yeah,
look
but they
at
have
that
to
thing.
edit
Look
all
at
these
that
things. They
thing.
have to watch all this stuff about this person.
But they like comedy.
How much do you like it if you're
They like it. I think they like
gross. I mean, I mean, could I do that about football? I watch all the football that I can. I'll rewatch.
How many like hours of a week is football on that you can watch?
So many.
There's
Infinite.
always a
During
different. Do you watch
college?
college? Oh, you watch
Oh, yeah,
college
big
too.
time.
Would you ever
Love
watch a
college
high school game? Would you go to a high school game?
No, I mean there's
Would
a
you
certain,
go to like a local high school
even
game?
like seeing like a freshman in like D1 college football. You're like, this seems weird.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like you takes his helmet off and you're like, that's a child.
Remember when we were
And
at
I'm like,
that
you
pool?
son of a bitch. But then you see a freshman and you're like, that guy looks like he could be my dad.
Remember when we were at that pool and there was like a little girl waving, and I was like, I love that I can wave and you can't wave.
Yeah.
I was like, you're like not. I'm like allowed to go like, hey little girl.
No, it's being a single man who looks like this is the worst when it comes to my niece. Like, she goes like she went to school for the first time or like pre-K, and she hated it. She like cried all day and everything. So then the next day,
right?
I was like, what happened at school? Why'd you get so upset? You know, like. She goes, I don't want to talk about school. I never want to go back. And she started like freaking out. And I'm like, I'm not going to send you. You're hanging out with me. I'm not taking you back to school. So then my dad like comes home and he's like, how's hanging out with Uncle Josh? And she goes, he did bad things to me. And I go, what? I go, you can't say things like that. You cannot say it that. I asked her about school and she freaked out.
Oh my God.
I go, you cannot say things like that.
Worst case scenario thing to say. Like there's not a worse thing. That's so
like
funny.
My dad like laughed. He goes, what? He goes, what? And I go like,
You're
I asked her about school and I go, tell him what I did. And she goes, he asked me about school and I don't like school. And I was like, thank you. Jesus.
He made me take a bath.
Yeah, I mean, just the way she phrased it.
He said my feet were stinking and I needed to take a bath.
My heart like sank.
He said I didn't scrub enough.
I go, what are you trying to do, lady?
That's
we were
so
cool.
funny. That must happen all the time because kids have no clue what they're saying ever.
I was like, I thought we were chill. Like, I thought you were.
Well, we went to my niece's soccer game and it was like this indoor thing and they didn't like check our IDs or anything. And I was like, that is kind of crazy. Like if you're in that area,
oh sure,
you can just go watch kids.
That's so
play
wild.
Soccer.
No one thinks that except when you walk in, you're like, wait, they're not
No.
checking.
Being
for...
a non-parent around
Yes,
parents
exactly.
for 2 weeks, you're like, guys, you're like
Well,
slipping.
I just said that about
You are slipping up.
I was talking about this on stage, and I'm sure I can't be the first person who had thought about this. But we're still doing the Santa's lap.
I have that joke.
You have that joke?
No,
Oh.
you hadn't started saying it.
You didn't even say it yet. I thought you knew what I was talking about. But we're doing Santa's lap still.
It is insane. I know they're like, may as well reverse cowgirl Santa.
Like,
learn how to get your bag.
Are we checking the Santa's IDs and like it's just an employee of the mall?
No,
it's
the
not
Santas are, and if you did see Terrifier 3,
are they vetted?
They must be, but it's like
Todd, get on the Googs. What does AI say, Todd? Oh, yeah.
There isn't much information about whether mall Santas are vetted.
Sanders? He's been in Boston, guys. They're Sanders now.
But here's some related information about mall Santas. They work long shifts, often 6 to 12 hours.
Very little pay, but they get the satisfaction of children
their
resting on their
penis is always at 3:00
to ensure that children don't notice a different Santa.
No, stop.
The pay
that makes sense.
Oh, I
the
see what you're
average
saying,
pay
yeah.
is $23.56. That's not bad.
An hour?
Yeah.
Todd, I
And
need
they have
you
to have the children
raise
sit-
your vibrations, and I need you to stop.
Does it say anything about having the children sit on a specific lap that is opposite of their dick?
What if wait? What if you read that wrong and it said they pay $23 an hour to do it?
Yeah.
They're like, who's got $23?
It says the history is it started in the 1800s. In 1861 in Brickton, Massachusetts.
It
So
says
it started
Brockton,
in
Massachusetts.
A
Brockton.
pedophile said,
I
"Why
know
don't we?"
exactly.
Yeah.
A guy thought a man with a white beard was walked in on with children on his lap, and then he said, "Oh,
You know, Christmas is-
that's where ho ho came from." He was like, "Oh."
It says
We were just They were telling me what they want for Christmas.
You know, Christmas is pretty special, but you know what would make it more special? If the kids sat on Santa's lap.
Well, I don't think I've told you this. My college that went out of business, the College of Santa Fe, there was this guy that the president like embezzled money, this guy Lombardi, allegedly, I don't know. But he was he dressed up like Santa one year. He was like this old guy and we had to sit on his lap. I was in college.
That's so wild.
I was 18. My ass was perky, my tits staring at the sun.
Could you imagine wanting to be
direct
Santa?
Eye contact with God? They were.
That was the whole point of that, bringing that up, because I was like, there are people who are like, I'd love
pubes,
to be
but
Santa.
Not too many. No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine being excited.
What?
About wanting to be Santa.
We always are. Josh and I are always having a completely separate. What did you just yell out? You were like, I don't have. You just yelled something out earlier in the middle of. It was funny though.
I don't remember.
Okay, I don't remember because there was a ba-bong, ba-bong, bong, bong. Guys.
I don't think weed helps your ADD. I'm just going to go on a limb and say it. I'm not saying you should stop smoking weed.
I think I'm having more
but
fun,
just don't
though.
use it for ADD is my point.
No. Nothing's good for ADD. ADD is a blessing and a curse. You just have a choice to continue to be sloppy ADD, exhibit A. Or you
just
can
letting
be
it go.
The tidiest you possibly can be and be struggling your whole life trying to be
well, that's curious. I'm curious about that. So
I want to be a middle ground.
You're amongst friends and Todd, and it's comfortable. Obviously, you're allowed to let the ADD spill out.
Right. Well, also, if we smoke, I'm not going to
of course,
try hard.
But if you are trying to stifle it and really does that exhaust you?
Stifle the ADD. Like my brother has Tourette's, and he will.
Well, yeah, that's got to be awful.
He needs to do it. Okay.
Question.
Yeah, repeat the question. I don't know if it's weed or ADD too. That's the problem. I don't know if it's weed or ADD now. So my thought process might be extra ADD. No, you know what I was thinking? I was like, my brother has Tourette's.
Yeah,
every 5 minutes he has to say, "Get out of my house! It's annoying. You're here for the holidays." It was just going to be a funny family joke about how many times I heard.
See, yeah, that's why you forgot the question because you were thinking of the joke.
Yes, I was thinking of a joke. But I think that's what my ADD always is. I'm always trying to think of something funny to say.
Right.
That's why I interrupt a lot too, because I'm like, found it. Bing.
Right, of course. Yeah, you're like,
ding, 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 got it.
I got it. And you're like, I wasn't listening. I was trying to come up with a joke.
But I'm listening until I'm at the point where a joke goes here.
Right. And
then I'm still listening too because I will pull it back.
What an affliction.
But I can hear it all. What? To always be.
Yeah.
Thinking?
To have to be lost in some punchline that you have to come up with.
Well, it's not just that, but I don't know. I'm always thinking.
Sure.
But I listen to people too. That's how I can.
That's the thing. Sometimes I'm not thinking. Sometimes I'm just staring, and people are like, "Hey, where'd you go there for a second?"
Anytime that starts to happen, I go, "Ding, ding, ding."
You don't. Do you have that?
What?
As an ADD person, are you ever just sitting there and your mind is thinking about something, but it's who knows what it is? It's an abstract, broad malaise. And you're just staring in the distance.
Such a long question for someone that's high with ADD. But do I ever look off into space? And when I'm reading a book, my brain is in another atmosphere. So funny, yeah. When I'm reading a book, I'm gone. I have no clue what's happening. I'm that's why, and I think that's why I fall asleep immediately because my brain is the moment my brain has to zap to Spock back into my head, I'm literally Spock.
You're not reading the words, you're looking at the page.
But my eyes are going and then I'm and then I try to read it again.
Oh God.
And the moments when I'm leaving the house are hard. That's what's really, I think.
Oh, because you got keys.
75%, but I don't have that many things. That's the thing. I create things.
But you're in a circle of you put this one down,
right,
you pick this one up, and then go back to this one again.
Right now, I'm I hope I didn't leave my glasses.
No, I've tried to leave
sunglasses
with
on the plane.
Hotels.
If I left my sunglasses on the plane, that's a worst case scenario, but it will be okay. I will repurchase them for the 20th time. Another ADD trait. You lose everything you own, you buy it again.
No, I've been there. We remember the Utah airport.
No, I thought you were gonna like offer up like a time you were like that. Instead, you're offering up a time where you've seen me
I've
be
been
like
there.
this.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've been there.
I thought you were like, I've been there, sister.
No,
but instead you're like, no, sister, I've been there.
No, I'm the opposite.
I was with you running. You were like my asthma. I was like, Josh, nobody cares about your asthma.
Did I say asthma?
Yeah, I was like, Josh, nobody can give a
my unathleticism or cigarettes or something.
But all of a sudden,
I did have
Josh
asthma.
has asthma. I'm like, oh, we have asthma now that I need to run?
I do.
Oh, wow.
I
was like, Josh, I don't want you to die or anything, but I also don't want to not get my laptop back. But then it wasn't there, and then I got it back.
We got it back.
Eventually, I got it back. You always get things back.
I said they probably just put it in the old like office or whatever. But yeah, the Utah airport, by the way,
you know where my brain went with that. A guy recognized me.
That is the largest airport in the world to walk.
It was very long.
Literally 2 miles, I think.
No. It was, and we had finally gotten there. They're like, all right, I guess we'll get some food. We were like hungry. Like, I think Josh might have even wanted a bite. I might have even had my coffee on the way. It was one of those times where you leave $5 and you run.
Well, no, she sat down in the booth. We were going to eat.
Everything was light.
We were going to eat, and then she has I go, your backpack's wide open. And then she's like, my computer.
There's very few things that I'm like, would freak out about.
Yeah, a whole computer?
A computer, my iPad too, I think.
Yes.
But a guy had recognized me in line, so I was like, hi, yes, it's me. And it's me, sir, it's me. And then I started getting all paranoid. I was like, well, what if he was distracting me and someone was stealing my shit?
No. You were distracted on your own.
I was like,
it's TSA. They're not like, there's no like elaborate jewel heist for computers in the TSA line, I don't think. There's easier ways to steal a computer.
I don't either, but I was running scenarios, as we do when our computer
you were ruminating.
Is gone. And Todd, why don't you fill Josh in on a little something that happened to a backpack of mine on a trip of ours recently?
That's not an airport one though, is it?
Yeah,
it's an airport one.
She left her whole backpack in the rental car that
we
had to
were
return.
Stepping onto the flight. And we had been in Texas for 100 years. Texas is like dog years. Like every hour is 7 years. I mean, 100.
It's like the interstellar planet where you land on and every hour goes by. It's like 7 years.
It's 7 years. Like, we're like, I was like, we've been here for months. I'm like, are we like considered Texans now? We look, it's been 3 days. I'm like, this is the longest 3 days of my life. I don't know how it happened. But, so we were leaving and it was like, we were ready to leave.
Yeah.
We were ready to go home.
Yeah, but you left it in the rental car. That's an easy fix, right? You get on the plane, you fly home, and you tell the rental car company there's a backpack.
But I'm ADD, so I have time blindness. So I go, yeah, I can come get it. Okay, hang up. Todd's like, we're boarding. How are you going to go through TSA? And I was like, oh yeah, I can't. So then I try to call the number back and it like doesn't go to that place. It's like goes to like the 800 number place. So then I'm like, oh, I'll just look up my emails and I'll find I couldn't find any of my no one had ever sent me an email for the booking ever. So I had no way of like contacting them back. So that was very scary for me. I was very frightened. I screamed, I cried, I hit the emergency escape exit. We all flew out.
Damn. No,
I was the only,
Todd
and I were the only, no, but I freaked out, but then it was fine. It always ends up being fine. It doesn't matter. And also if someone steals your computer, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
My M&M. I'm like, I don't want them to find my scratchings. My
part of my reason I told Annie I'm gonna like just not drink as many days during the week as I've been doing. Curb it a couple because
we call that curbing your enthusiasm because you are a fun drunk, Josh, and I am vote stay drinking.
I'm gonna stay drinking.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just meaning I'm gonna not do 1 or 2 of the days that I do currently.
Are you now? Let me. This is not me. This is me asking as if I'm you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you able to stop drinking for a couple days, or only drink for a couple days?
I always
like. Are you able to go out to the comedy store and have no drinks?
Yes, I've done that.
But you're smoking a lot of weed.
Yes.
Okay. Are you smoking more weed?
No.
Is it more or less fun?
No, weed is just nothing to me.
Is it more or less fun the nights when you're only smoking weed?
I like to have some beers.
So you're feeling like the absence of the beer.
I'm not feeling the absence, but I will say people are like, want a beer?
Right.
That makes me go like, I kind of.
Like, where's Stunt Josh? We need him out
exactly.
here now.
But what I was doing was because I do my podcast now at the store.
Right.
So I'll get there at like 5 or 6 to do the podcast. I bring my computer. I have my laptop bag, right?
Right.
Then I stay and do a set very late.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like 6 hours. And I go, oh, my laptop. So, I mean, I leave it in the office and I go, oh, I got to remember my laptop. So I'll take it from the office, get into an Uber, and then I'll go home, and then I'll get out of the Uber and leave my laptop in the Uber. And then wake up in the middle of the night and go, my laptop, like it's Home Alone.
Wait.
Twice that happened to me.
You should name your laptop Kev.
Yeah.
Now listen, are you... Okay, twice.
So twice that happened to me. Thankfully, because it's like Uber Black or whatever, both times the driver just like had it and brought it to me the next day. One of the darker moments of 2024, but I LOL'd my way through it.
What was your favorite moment of 2024?
Ooh, that I do not know. I can think of the worst ones, of course. What were some good ones? I mean, I had some good shows. Houston was great. A lot of tickets.
You did a couple like weekends doing mushrooms, acid. You learned a
of
lot
course.
about yourself.
Well, that
You
was
had some
literally-
like good moments.
Last New Year's was like where I broke my brain open, and it was helpful because I don't know if I would have been able to persevere through some of this stuff this year had I not done that.
Yeah.
So now I'm still excited for another year, but it's like I don't put the onus on the years passing anymore. I don't want to acknowledge it really.
Really?
Getting older.
I know,
I'm
because
gonna
New
be
Year's can be kind of
39.
like you f yourself because you give yourself like one goal.
Oh, I
and
got to
then
do
you're
this. I
like-
got to do that. But I've just been
But did you ever
rotting.
have like crazy New Year's, like when you were younger and like in high school and college and stuff? Did you have any?
Oh
insane
yeah,
New
we had
Year's?
fun. I had fun every New Year's.
What would you guys do?
We would go like sometimes we'd go to a friend's house. I remember like we used to have like house parties, and at a friend's like parents' basement or whatever. You know,
Oh,
those were
that's
fun.
what's the Zach Bryan lyric?
It got ruined because
What's the Zach Bryan lyric, Todd? Something about a dirty couch. What is it? Beat up couch.
fingering a girl on a dirty couch.
Everyone knows that couch.
Fingering a girl
Here's the thing
on a
with Zach
dirty
Bryan. Can I just say
couch.
something? I love Brianna Chicken Fry. I love her.
Yeah.
I love
Gonna
Brianna.
gaslight a girl after
It's
I
very
finger
hard
her.
to not listen to him. It's very hard to not listen.
I've
to
had
him.
a pretty easy time.
Well, you didn't. Listen
I don't know
to
the difference
lyrics.
between
Then you obviously
him
don't.
and Luke
You don't
Bryan
know?
and
well, there's
Zach
a big difference.
Bryan
There's a
and-
very big difference.
Zach Brown and
There's lyrics that pierce you.
are you sure it's not Morgan Wallen?
I don't know who Morgan Wallen. I don't know what he. I knew he threw a chair over, and Christine
Yeah.
Cavallari just said that he was her buddy back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. She's fun.
She's a cutie, isn't she? I
She's
love all
always
of her
been
stuff,
so
yeah.
hot. It's like, of course she could just fuck whatever dude she wants.
And she's stayed hot, and she has a bunch of kids too.
Oh yeah, she looks great. Anyhow,
I was always team Kristen. So if you
unless you're a goth
could
girl.
go back to school, like, okay, you can't be a comedian. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
And then but you know everything you know now.
And I can go back in time and be something.
Be something else, like go to college and be
Oh,
something
I'd
else.
love to be the general manager of a NFL football
But how do you
team.
become that?
I got to go to law school and
Is
learn
this a
finances.
realistic thing that you could have done? Or do you
If
have
I
to,
would
is
have
it
tried,
Nepo
if
baby?
I
It's not,
knew that it was
it's
like a thing,
richness and Nepo baby or no?
it can be. It's an executive position, so it's like, but also it's about learning football and stuff like that. So it's kind of a mixture. I don't think I could have been a coach. Unless I mean, either one I could have tried. If I set my goal is to be like that nerdy kid in school that was like the coach's assistant, yeah, I could have probably been a coach then.
Was that
And
kid
loving
nerdy?
football
That
as
kid
well.
wasn't cool?
Well, it's usually a kid who can't play football.
Yeah, but he doesn't get, nobody gives him props, or they do? They like him?
Oh, I mean, it
Does he
depends.
get bullied?
I mean, I was like the stats kid, so I
Yeah.
mean, even that was like a little bit of it. But it's not. You don't learn about coaching.
I like you
never
as a
thought
stats
about
guy.
it.
My brother's a stats guy.
But and I always liked the broadcasting, so there was that too. But and I did kind of try to do that to a degree. But I would love to be like the GM. I mean, they make so much money. It seems like they get fired all the time, and they.
So you would
Just-
go to law school. You would have gone to law school.
I don't know that it requires necessarily law school, business school. It's these types of things. You have to kind of manage a salary cap along with finding and like knowing numbers and stuff like that, and like stats and all that horse shit. And then also having a keen eye
How many
for
games are there?
talent.
How many GMs are there?
32.
1 of 32.
But I could have been a GM for a baseball team, a hockey team, any of them. I would have loved
Lacrosse, women's, WNBA,
Lacrosse, no, I mean,
WNBA, WNBA.
That's like managing a Popeyes or something. I mean, that's like
WNBA.
no.
Why is lacrosse?
I want to make
Urban?
I would want to make some money. No, it has nothing to do with urban. That's why I said Popeyes there and not for the WNBA.
Wow, Josh.
I just meant it's like being the manager of a TGI Fridays or something like that compared to
what?
The
Lebec
NFL.
Finn?
The NFL.
Oh, the NFL.
What is it? Okay, now what else you got in there? Little notes.
Well, I was just thinking because the reason I was going to ask you that is because I got this. We went to Boston to see my family, and we went to Harvard for like the day. I mean, not even for the day, for 10 minutes. I went to the gift shop, bought this sweatshirt. It's both me and Todd's size, so we can share it. And then I bought a folder that said Harvard on it. We just walk outside. It turned out to be the National Lampoon building, but we just saw a building that looked cool. And I pose in front of it, take my pictures, whatever. We shoot a little video of me pretending to dig out of the trash and make fun of how I bought the
Well,
thing.
people thought you were in National Lampoon.
People think I am a college. I'm going back to school. People think I'm going back to school. Okay. People think I'm going back to school to the #1 school.
She can't read, she just said.
And they think that I'm like, what am I going into?
Yeah.
Lampoon, maybe? I mean, I guess.
Maybe they thought you were like doing something with that. Not that's even a thing.
Imagine
anymore.
I'm going back to like a comedy class. I'm like, oh, are we doing little articles? Oh, are we doing little funny articles?
Yeah, it's not even a thing anymore.
Like I learned from some like 18-year-old fucking kid that
how to write.
I'm like, your bar mitzvah was 4 years ago. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's gonna be like on a
like you just were at a bar mitzvah. Okay, you just had your voice cracking with a little mustache.
He'll be writing for a Netflix show in 2 years.
It might have been Rick Glassman. Someone was like, "Were you like a bar mitzvah slut?" And I was like, "Yeah."
What's that mean?
Like you go to your friends' bat mitzvahs and you like see like a boy from another school and you're like, want to make out in the bathroom like that. I was a bar mitzvah slut. I
was always like, maybe they'll be bar mitzvah sluts. And then they're like a mythological creature.
Yeah, you had to wear the bras with the clip in the front.
Clip in the front, yeah.
Yeah, you grab your boobs. But anyway, but I was thinking, I was like, if my parents believed in this, like 20% of my followers and my fans that believed I actually got into Harvard, if they like it, honestly, I'm like honored. I'm like, you guys think?
No, it is crazy.
But I'm like, it kind of shows you how we can just say anything.
I don't know that that's true. I mean, but
what do you mean? Like we could have any life? But what if my parents thought it was that easy?
More of a statement of like how, let's just say, non-Harvard graduates, those 20% of people are?
No, they weren't. They were people. They're like the people that hit me up are like business people. So they just probably all went to Harvard.
So autistic.
They might be a little autistic. One was the girl who made my cups too. My Swarovski crystal cups. And she makes J-Los, so she's got a great business plan. I guess that
goes to show the power of Instagram and the reality that people think we curate or what have you, right?
No, but to some people, a person that is like me could just go to Harvard, okay? What if my mom or dad just believed in me like a little bit like that? Like my dad worked at Penn and he got 2 options for his kids. He could either get a full ride to Penn, but we'd have to get into Penn. Or for all of his kids, no tuition for the entire school. Or he got 10% of Penn's tuition for our colleges for any other school. When we were 7 years old, my dad picked 10%. Because he was like, none of these kids are getting into Penn.
Is Penn hard to get into?
Yeah, it's Ivy League.
It's like one of the
No, University of Pennsylvania.
It's one of the most expensive schools to ever go to.
But it's like, what if he had just done that and then be like, you guys gotta get in?
Does he have to choose right in that moment?
Yes.
Well, see, that's tough because that's really taking a gamble, though.
But he tells a story. He's like, I was like, you guys aren't gonna get into Penn. But it's like and maybe he's kidding. Like they used to go so cute to go wait for the nursery.
Gambling brain. If I have a gun to my head, I have to make this decision now while my children are just children. They have no idea what they want to be yet, where they're going to want to go. What if one wants to be a fucking doctor or something and they want to go to,
that's true. That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying?
That's true. But
odds
think
are,
about
one of them's biting everying already. And
yeah, no, odds are I'd rather take the 10%.
I broke my arm like 3 times and was like bashing my twin brother over the head with it. He was like
10% to go.
I think I was in a choking
else.
phase where I was just choking my twin brother all the time. He's like, ooh.
10% to go anywhere else. So
we'll
I mean,
get her
that's like
to the penitentiary instead of the.
It's not like you were counted out for Ivy League, though. You know what I mean? It could have been 10% to Harvard.
We were my dad counted us out.
You
Let
looked
me tell
at it
you.
wrong.
No. I'm not. What time is it?
You're looking at it wrong. He made options.
No. He definitely picked options, but there was a choice, and he already had an inkling. But I think, what if?
You would have missed the mark.
But what if anyone had been like, you're good at school? I would have been like, I am.
Could you imagine? You think that's all it would have taken? You would have enjoyed doing it? This would have made you enjoy it also?
Yes. My mind was wandering, thinking about whether my parents liked me or not when I was reading.
This would not help.
That's why I wasn't paying attention. I was going, do my parents think I'm smart?
No.
I wonder if they think I'm smart. If I knew they knew I was smart, I'd be like, oh my God, he's inside the whale? Are you serious? They killed Piggy?
They killed Piggy.
But now all I ever got to say was they cut all the branches off the tree is just a stump.
Spoiler alert over here with...
Sorry, guys. The stump, the boy becomes an old man, and the tree is just a stump.
I know the reference they killed. Oh, Lord of the Flies?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out I was like,
Moby
I know what
Dick,
you're talking about.
Lord of the Flies. And then the giving tree was the joke at the end, the little joke at the end, because it's a picture book, basically.
I hated Lord of the Flies because I was like, when they broke the kid's glasses, I was like, I'd never make it. That was in the beginning of the book. I would have died at the beginning of the book. All right.
Oh, I'm going to be doing a producer video of Todd. This guy thinks he's
like,
keep it an hour.
Under an hour.
Really?
Yeah. And he's right, but just it's going to mean Todd's going to. But Todd, you got to pick this up anyway. I was a little
I want
slow.
Todd to pack the bong anyhow, so I'm fine with saying so long, folks.
So long, guys. And I just want to say it's time to get ripped and rich. I know I said that last year, but I really mean it this year.
But now the ripped is with a bong.
Guys, we are going to get so ripped, so rich. This is our year. God bless you. God bless Randy. God bless yourselves and the ones you love.
Anniewood's gonna save the world, yeah. When everything's burning, their voices keep returning, bringing us together, making it all better. Anniewood's the calling, catch us when we're falling. Turn the volume high, questions soaring to the sky. Anniewood's the way, brighter every day. And when you feel alone, hope is being shown in every single word. Our stories will be heard. We're breaking down the walls, yeah, show 'em what they want. Laughing till we fall, we're speaking for us all. And it's undeniable, this force is reliable. Anniewood's gonna save the world, yeah. When everything's burning, their voices keep returning, bringing us together, making it all better. Anniewood's the calling, catch us when we're falling. With every beat, every word, a revolution's heard from the world's every corner. We're getting stronger. Anniewood's gonna save the world, yeah. When everything's burning, their voices keep returning, bringing us together, making it all better. Anniewood's the calling, catch us when we're falling.
Oh, Randy, how did you feel about today's episode? Was it good? Did you like it? Did you like it outside? Did you like it like a puppuccino? Puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino?